Alright guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about how to stage your military minifigures so they look really cool in your builds. Okay, so let's start off by looking at some minifigures that are in the running position. So here we have a squad of American soldiers. Now, one thing I try to do with my minifigures is always have them in motion. Normally, most figures or people in real life, and especially in military, scenes and whatnot, they would never be standing completely still unless they're behind cover taking a really nice shot at something like an enemy. In this case, these guys are running, so we have their arms kind of in the back position like they're swaying their arms, and then the opposite arm is towards the front, so they're one's forward, one's behind them, and same goes with their legs. So one's behind them, and obviously we need one straight down for a stud contact in this case. But you definitely don't want your minifigures just to be standing like, for example, if I take this figure, you don't want your figures to be running like this. Like that just looks pointless when you could have some more action. You can have their guns up in the air versus just that. So the whole point of this video is me to show you guys just these little things that you can do with your, not only your figures, but just in general with your Lego that can make your scenes look that much better. So instead of just standing your minifigures up straight down like that, try to add some motion to them. So that's kind of a running position. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other positions that some figures can be in. Alright, we have a couple different styles of the way you can make a figure look dead, which sounds so bad, but we'll get close-ups of that. But before we do, I wanted to show you guys a couple more, different ways you can pose figures. And in this case, this guy's taking cover, so you're actually sitting the figure down. In this case, I'm actually leaning up his back of his head and his actual torso up against, this case, it's just a barrel full of supplies or cover, and you can see that with that guy as well. And then you can also, I don't know if you can see it just barely off to the right, an American doing the same thing. So that's just a good way to show someone, sitting down, taking cover. And then obviously here we have more guys doing that running pose. Some of them are actually running and shooting, which, some people would say that's not accurate, some people would. And then we have this guy here running with his gun down. So once again, playing with the angle of which you're, putting his arm, especially if he has a gun or not. So that's just two different ways to do it. Let's go ahead and take a look at some more poses of these Americans and then this Viet Cong here. Okay, so in this case, I want to show you guys how you can make different minifigures look like they've been shot or they're dead on the ground, which, once again, sounds bad, but this is a military channel, so there is going to be scenes like this, and it adds detail. So basically, I normally do a lot of my figures facing down, and then normally I will actually pop one or two of the arms off and lay them next to them. So in this case, we have this guy with his two arms kind of spread out on the ground, face down. This guy, he's got one arm. Actually, no, this guy actually has both arms out as well, and in this case, he's actually holding his gun in the other hand. So he died out, he died trying is basically the kind of implied look that I'm trying to give. And then this guy's actually face up. His head's actually turned to the side so you can't see his face, and then I actually covered his face like his helmet or his hat fell on top of it to kind of cover it. And then I used transparent 1x1 red studs to act as blood. You could just use normal red, but I think trans red looks a little bit cooler. It stands out. The normal Lego red just stands out just a little too much, and it just seems out of place. The transparent kind of blends in with the color that you put it next to, so that's the reason I do that. You can also see some more examples of how I do these figures there. There's another one there, another one there, a couple more over there. So there's a lot of ways you can do this. It's totally up to you, but I just wanted to show you guys a couple of the different things that I do to make minifigures kind of stand out, be different in your builds. And obviously, if they have weapons, that determines how you hold them. You can hold weapons many different ways with your Lego figures. Here you can have him holding it with two hands like he's running. You can have him running and shooting, which is a whole nother way of holding a weapon. And then you could have just a normal guy just kind of standing up and down like this. This is more of like an officer or a commander, and he's just kind of standing around. So there's many different ways you can do this, but I wanted to show you guys a couple of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know if you guys enjoy this type of content as I just slingshot an American across the screen. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Check out some more videos right there and there. Subscribe by clicking there, and I'll see you guys in another video.